you have your scalp serum, your shampoo, and your conditioner. So the shampoo is very, very liquidy. So when you open it, instead of taking the seal off, what's recommended is to poke a little hole in it. If you poke a really little hole in it, don't push really hard because it might pop this side of it. When you use it, just always when you start, just keep it up is a good tip. And then the other little fun thing I heard about that people had problems with is when you have this open and you use it, when you go to shut it for the day, make sure it actually clicks shut. Some people have accidentally thought it was, and then what happens is you leave and it's so liquidy, this is gonna run out all day long, and that's a lot of shampoo to waste. So be very careful with that. Okay, so I'm here today just to show how the scalp serum is applied.
Yes.
So it's the last step after you shampoo and condition. Granted, some ladies don't shampoo your hair every single day, so you don't have to shampoo your hair to use this every day. However, if you are going to shampoo your hair, just make sure it's before you put this in. Because once you put this in, it defeats the purpose if you shampoo it right now. So what we're going to do is there's a couple different ways you can do it. The first most basic way is to target problem areas. So this is supposed to help stimulate hair growth. It's also going to help with moisturizing your scalp. A good way to view this product though is not so much as a hair product. It is a scalp serum. It is made for your skin on your head, not your actual hair. You can put it in your hair. You're not going to get the benefits that you're going to get on your scalp. You're just going to be kind of wasting product at that point, and it's expensive. So how we're going to put it in is a lot of problem areas on some people are right in these crown areas because we get these little like baby hairs. It'll help kind of strengthen those and fill those in. A lot of people, as they get older and hormones change, calic areas tend to go a little thinner as well. So what we're gonna do,
I'm gonna come around on this side.
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
Okay. You can see
Yeah.
I'm doing too.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to divide it out into straight lines, and then you're gonna, when you have your very own at home, you're gonna use this tip exactly and just draw a line all along the scalp.
Okay.
That's why you want to take these straight lines too, so you can get it as close to the scalp as you possibly can versus having to work through all of this hair. So at home, you're going to do it with this applicator.
Okay.
For sanitary purposes, I have to use a Q-tip. It's a lot harder that way because it's more of a glob than a line. So if you want to see just kind of how it, like, when you do put it on, because you don't really need to worry about a pea size amount when you do the line part.
Okay.
So you just are going to skinny a little end here, but don't squeeze too hard because it does come out pretty easily.
Okay.
And you're just going to take a line like that.
Okay.
So when you do that line, that's going to literally go right here on the scalp.
Yep. Now do you rub it in at all?
Yes, you do. So, that's what we'll do next here. Unfortunately, I have to do it this way.
Smells
So it's kind of runny too, so that's where this has also gotten a lot harder on the Q-tip.
Okay.
Because it drips off.
It smells so good.
Oh, okay.
It does smell good. So it's got peppermint and thyme in it. So the peppermint's also going to make you have that nice little tingly feeling. If you want, while I put this in your hair, you can feel it on your fingers to tell people how thick.
I'm originally from San Diego.
What's it feel like?
It kind of feels like an oily but light sunscreen.
Okay.
Like a thin
Yeah.
sunscreen almost texture.
But
But it's not, it's weird because it's oily, but it's not like oily where it's going to weigh your hair.
Yeah, it's not heavy.
It's not heavy at all.
It's super lightweight.
It smells so good.
So I was using it all day yesterday on all kinds of hair types and all day today. So one thing I've kind of noticed about this product, which is better for the everyday use, because I know people are really concerned about if I use it every day and I'm not shampooing every day, is my hair going to be super dirty and greasy? It shouldn't be. However, everyone's scalps are different, so you do need to gauge that. Just because I'm saying it's not going to doesn't mean it won't happen.
Right.
The trick to making it the least amount greasy though is to really get it as on the skin as you can versus in the hair.
Yes.
The more you get it gooped up in the hair, the more you're going to run into like getting a little more greasy. Yes. And so you're going to go in circular motions and just massage it right into the skin. So essentially this product it's more like a lotion than anything.
Okay.
So if you think about when you put, so the biggest thing for the next day if you don't shampoo your hair, think about when you put lotion on your hands or your face. In an hour or the next day when you feel it, but you're not gonna feel lotion on your hands. It's gonna have absorbed into your pores. When it's on the skin, your skin is literally going to suck this product up. Versus if you do a blow dry cream that's on the outer strands of your hair, that's gonna stay on your hair until you shampoo it out. Your hair's not gonna soak up a blow dry cream.
Right.
Some oils it will, but even those are a little heavier and they don't totally soak up. Your skin will just absorb it. So by the next day when you go to reuse it, it's gonna feel like you didn't even put it in the next day.
Yes.
The day before. So that's how you kind of get away with it using it every day.
Now, how many lines would you suggest? That's the biggest question that we have.
That's kind of the hardest. That's been the hardest part to kind of gauge with everyone because everyone's different. Some people have really thick hair that are using this, and then some people have more thin hair.
So for someone like Amanda, she knows she has thinner hair at the top.
Finer. So unfortunately, with having the finer hair too and putting it all over, you're the kind of person that might risk getting a little more on the it's feeling a little greasy today. So what they recommend, and it actually says it right on the bottle on the back of this, if you do it during the day and you wear it all day and you don't love how it feels throughout the day of working and living life, then do it before you go to bed at night and sleep with it in, and you can rinse it out in the morning.
Yeah.
You could probably even just try rinsing it with water and not shampoo if you can get away with it. You might have to shampoo to really get it out, but so the other thing now is how do you get covering the bigger surfaces of your hair without
Yes, say there's a guy that has a huge bald spot.
Well, the guys are easier because they normally have shorter hair. So if they have that short hair that's really tiny, there's not really a way around
it's okay to just put it, apply it, and
just
rub it around.
It in. I had one guy earlier. You don't want to just do this though. That's not massaging it.
Yes.
And that could break your actual hair if it's fragile enough.
Okay.
Doing that back and forth over and over again. Go with more of a circular motion to rub it in.
Yes.
It's gonna be a lot more gentle.
But for me, I have thinning hair because my colic's right here.
Yep. So same thing. You still don't want to rub.
Right.
We'll do the circles, but.
Awesome.
So I already put a stripe in right there, so I'm not going to go back through that spot. But what I've kind of discovered in the last handful of days using this for bigger areas is what we're going to do is our lines still.
Sorry, that's great.
It's so easier. Much easier with a comb.
Yeah, I can see.
Short people problems.
I normally have a chair that goes up and down and heels. All right, so what we're going to do is the same idea where we're going to take our lines, right? And this is a lot faster and easier when you can just use this and go along.
Yes.
So I'll just kind of explain what we're going to do really fast before I actually do it because it's going to take me a minute.
Okay.
All the Q-tips. So essentially what we're going to do is all through this top section where she feels more thin, back to this crown area, we're going to make a bunch of lines. So I'm going to do a line here. I'm going to go over about ½ inch to an inch of a section over.
Part it again.
Yep. So before you even rub that line in, this is what we're going to do. Good example. Okay. So I want to do this whole top part. So I'm going to actually go through and do it, but for explanation wise, you would part it, do your line here, go about ½ inch to an inch section wide, over, do another line, and then you're going to go across the top that whole way that way.
Okay.
So for your crown, probably do about 4 or 5 lines across. Don't massage it in yet. Then, once you get those all in without massaging them, what you can do is then go in and work it all the way through like this and blend those lines together.
Love it.
So then you don't have to get crazy and being like, I have to put a line here and here
And massage.
and here and here. You don't want to put 100 lines up there.
It spreads a little.
Because this is also something that people want to be able to do every day, and if they feel like it's making an extra 30 to 45 minute process, they're going to be much less likely to stay compliant.
Exactly.
And okay.
And having finer hair, by the time you put that much into, it might be a little too much.
Yes.
So we've got our lines in here. I have not rubbed them in yet. So we've got about 4 of them through the top. So now what I'm going to do, instead of making so many that it's going to make it oily, is you're going to just go in and we're going to rub it in now, all at once.
So we did about 4 or 5 lines across.
And they're not totally rubbed into the skin yet, so I'm actually just going to go in and just start massaging massaging those lines, because what's going to happen is those little half-inch sections in between each line, you can massage that into each section.
And really blend it all.
You're getting the whole part without totally making your hair. For best results, if you can stand to do it, you would do this earlier in the day and then go on your day as normal. Go to work, do whatever. If your hair can take it, they recommend you can use it twice a day, so you can do it also when you get home later that day.
Okay.
For people to start off, I would recommend starting once a day, just to get a feel for it, feel how heavy it is on your hair. Because people with more dry scalps versus more oily scalps, dry scalps are probably going to soak this up a lot faster than someone with oily scalp. If you have already a really oily scalp, it's probably not going to absorb all of it twice a day. So you got to, everyone's head's different in that regard, so you got to kind of gauge that for your own self.
Their scalp flora could be completely different than someone else's.
But the biggest thing to try and not make your hair greasy is, like I said, just get it as close to the skin as you possibly can, not so much in the hair. For starting, most people, like I said, don't wash their hair every single day, so you can still use it because your skin's going to soak it up. You're not building up product over the top like you would on your hair strand. When you shampoo and condition your hair, I would recommend trying it damp. We did it dry today. What's going to happen when you do it dry, which you obviously very well can do, because if you don't wash your hair the next day, then you're going to have to do it dry. You risk getting the chance of getting these little flyaway more stuck in the product and getting more on the hair, versus when it's damp, you can really part it and smush those all down and get it right on the skin.
I like that.
So
application is a lot more direct.
So even if you just wet your hair every day and do it.
So you could
instead
just...
of washing in between.
Yeah, you could do that for sure.
That's a really good idea.
Really good anyway, because my hair looks like crap if I sleep on it. And
so for those of you guys watching, even if you just want to get a little spray bottle that just had water so that you could dampen your hair to make the process easier for application, you don't have to go and take a full shower every time if you don't want. Just go ahead and moisten the top of it.
And then after it's on your scalp, then that's when you would put your styling products in and you would style from there.